Hello, this recording was previously a daily angel card reading. So for each sign of the zodiac, we had a reading for that day. And at the time, those messages were important for that particular sign. Okay, so Gemini, Libra, all the different signs. But the truth is that those messages, because, while I'm a Leo, as we progress throughout the zodiac each year and, the stars align and, the planets and everything, we are influenced by all the different planets and things. But spiritually, we are all one being. We are all connected. And the messages that were given in those readings for each of those signs are what I call universal truths. Each and every one of us already knew that information. Like, I didn't invent it. It is nothing new. Like, we all knew it deep within our soul. But as I talked about those things and gave those messages from the angels, they were simply echoing back the truth that we each need in our lives in order to heal. And so now that that week of readings is over, we have assembled what I call the Angel Bootcamp. And so each day, every one of those readings of the 12 signs, we need to go back and try to listen to every sign, because those messages we all need to hear because we're all connected. All right? So this is going to take time. It's a lot of hours of recording, and just when you listen to a message, absorb it. And you could take one sign a day. It could take a long time to get through it all, but it doesn't matter how long it takes. What's important is that you remember, which means to bring back to the present those things that are being echoed back to you. Okay, so when I talk about love and I talk about healing and I talk about, do unto others and treating other people the way you want to be treated, these are things we already know, but they're reminders. So when a particular message comes up for you on a day, that's what you need to know. It doesn't matter what sign you are. So as you watch this video today, it will still say, let's say Gemini or Libra, Taurus at the top. It'll have the date, but please ignore that, okay? Because I'm speaking to every single one of us, including me, because every word I say to you, I have to say to me. I am going to go back and I'm going to look at all these videos and take my time to absorb and to truly see if I am still in alignment with the words that came out of my mouth. I have to live by this as well. And so take your time, enjoy the videos, watch as much as you can today, but don't be in a rush. And if and when you're ready and you need help, go ahead and contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com, and we can work together. And as I say in that last day of the boot camp, I don't want to have to work with you forever. I want to be your friend. At some point, we got to stop talking about the trauma and heal it, so that, there's going to be a point where you're moving forward and you're growing and you've learned the skills in order to have a good life and to be on earth as it is in heaven. All right, so thank you for being here. Please share all of these videos, like them, share them on your social media, and because as we can build momentum together, and we're all working on this, imagine all the tragedy that's going on in the world. If we can be what I call beacons of light. In fact, my angels have told me, activate the beacon. Now think of a beacon as a lighthouse. The light's going out. And what the lighthouse does is it shines the light out so that the ships can come in safely to the harbor. So I have activated the beacon, and I'm calling you, and I'm bringing you in safely into heaven. Not to die. We're not dying. We're being on earth as it is in heaven. So you're coming back into the harbor, coming back home into heaven. And you are now a light worker. You are a healer. And they say, healer, heal thyself. So that then you can go forward and you can heal others through your love. Be generous with your love. Be gentle with yourself and be gentle with others. And as Jesus said on the cross, I solemnly assure you, today you will be in paradise with me. All right. Thank you. Take care. Hello. Welcome to everyone. Today's June 25th for today's daily angel card reading. And I just wanted to let you know that if you have time, or when you have time, if you could listen to all of the recordings, meaning not just your particular sign. If you look at the first comment, I have the timestamps for each zodiac sign, and you could jump to your particular sign. But when I tell these stories, these are what I call universal truths. I'm not making this up. These are things that I believe that we all need to know. And so if we can listen when we have time to the full broadcast, then you're going to get a more full picture, and because there's insight for everyone. All right. So I'll be right back and we'll see you in a minute. Warning: do not listen to this recording while operating a moving vehicle or while needing full conscious alertness. This recording is for adults 18 years and older. So we'll go ahead and start today by sending you some distance Reiki. Reiki is a form of energy healing, and we want to help you open your energetic channels so you'll be open to receiving the messages today from your angels. So go ahead now and take in a deep, deep breath and slowly let it go. Let go of everything that's preventing you from relaxing and feeling wonderfully good. Let go. Let go of everything that's preventing you from living on earth as it is in heaven. And as you relax, I will continue to send this Reiki throughout the rest of our angel readings today. Okay, so welcome to our Aries friends, and I hope you're doing well. Today's June 25th, and we're going to ask your angels and my angels and guides for messages for you and insights, things that you need to know today to have a good day and to step closer to your inner core and to become in alignment with your core values and your authentic self. We're asking, is there anything new and exciting coming for you? What do you need to look at and examine in your life so that you can heal and remove the blocks that are preventing you from being on earth as it is in heaven? Okay, so Aries, let's see what's going on, and we'll get some messages for you today. Again, these messages are universal truths for all of us to learn. So when you have time, instead of just watching your own sign, if you can at some point watch all the videos from the beginning, it could really help you get some insight for everything. All right, so we'll get one more card here. I hope you guys are doing good. All right. So Aries, okay, what I see is that, so when we're children, we all have these dreams. Anything is possible when we're children. Uh, anything. And then what happens is, as we get older, the adults in our lives kill the dreams. What are you, a dreamer? You got to wake up. You got to get a job, and you got to pay bills. And yes, of course, we do need to do all that. But the one thing we don't need to do is stop dreaming. We don't need to turn off our inspiration and our imagination and look at the life with awe. Okay. And I think what's happened is that as you've been watching these videos, you are beginning to see that, yes, I have turned off my inspiration. I have stopped believing. You're recognizing that the way that the child sees the living is so beautiful, and then as we get older, we're like, it's while we have satisfaction and there are many things in our lives that are incredible, but when we think back of what it was like as a kid, when we didn't have stress and we didn't have these problems, it's like, wow, why did I lose that innocence? Okay, well, the message today is that let's go back and return to being a child with, I mean, we still have to have our responsibilities, but to have that, creative imagination, and really know that anything is possible and everything is beautiful. And, every kid wants friends. Like, everyone's a potential friend. A child doesn't know that, oh, we shouldn't talk to that person or that. Everyone's a potential friend. Okay. So that's what the message is for today. And I think that you've had a lot on your mind, maybe some sleepless nights. And that is causing you to be stressed. All right. And it's the stress, that's causing you not to be able to sleep. So the medicine or the recipe for that, according to what I'm seeing here, is to start believing again. Start being like the child who doesn't have the stress. And how do they do that? Well, they color with crayons, and they do whatever they want that's creative. Be creative. Connect to your creativity. And when you do that, and I would do it today, like doodle something on a piece of paper, draw a little picture. I'm the worst artist ever, but I know that if I draw something out, it means something meaningful to me, and it's helpful. So that's going to help you be in balance today. All right. So continue this as a practice. Reconnect to something that you used to enjoy as a child so that you can um, enjoy it now as an adult. Why not? Okay. Let's get some more information for you. Yeah. And as you do that, then you get back to your old self, meaning the healthy self, the self that's able to be more productive. And because right now, if you're not getting a good night's sleep, you're not going to be productive, and you're 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 not yourself. Okay, so when you're so worried, so stressed, you are like as if you're someone else. And who are you? Well, you really are that little kid, and it's the little kid that we're reconnecting to. But sometimes a little kid needs reassurance that he's going to be taken care of or she's going to be taken care of. So, what we do in hypnosis and the therapy is we would have the adult you go back when you're in hypnosis, but you can do it in meditation with the intention, where you close your eyes and you take a deep breath and you go back and you visit that child and you say, I love you and I hope you trust me. And I want to help you to grow up to be happy, but we want to learn from one another. So teach me what I need to know, and I'll teach you some things. And together we will live and we will be on earth as it is in heaven. So if you trust me, can I give you a hug? The child says, yeah. And so you hug the child and you embrace the child. And when you do that, you allow yourself to become one. And together, now you're the whole person. Together, you've unified the child and the adult and you have a strength so much more whole than you've ever had. Because rather than that young child deep within your subconscious being alone, well, now there's one person for sure that that child can trust, and that's you. Because truly, you are the one person that's walked in those same shoes. You. All right. So, all of us, we need to practice this where we go back and we reconnect to that child with all of the beautiful, amazing awe that they looked at life with no fears. Anything and everything was possible back then. And guess what? It is. Everything and everything is possible today. And that's what you're doing. And as you merge your child, the inner child, with the adult, together, you have an incredibly beautiful, uh, wholesome strength today. All right, so go do that practice and do it every day. Check in and talk to the inner child and see what it needs. How's it been neglected by you? And that's, one of these strategies and tools we use in coaching to identify who are you at your inner core. Reconnect to that inner child, because it's the inner child that is missing in our adult world. We need to integrate the inner child with the adult so that we can be on earth as it is in heaven. Okay, Aries, so that's your message for today, and I hope to see you tomorrow. You come back for your pep talk, and that'll be great. But if you want a personal reading, go ahead and contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com, and we can work together on that. Okay, thank you. Okay, so welcome to our Taurus friends. It's June 25th, and let's go ahead and get some messages and insight for you from your angels and guides and my angels and guides, and we can see if there's anything new and exciting going on for you, Taurus. And what I'm encouraging everyone to do is, as you watch, like you can, in the timestamps down below in the first comment, you can jump to your particular sign. But when you have time, you should try, if you can, to watch all of these episodes from the beginning, because we're all connected, and every sign, there's wisdom to learn from all of it. And the things that I'm saying are what I call universal truths. It's not my philosophy, or, I didn't invent this. This is stuff that we all know to be true without anyone saying a word. I'm not inventing anything new. You know this already. I'm just reminding you. And the angels, let's take me out of it. I have nothing to do with it. I'm just here as a channel to help remind you, because we're asking our angels and guides right now to help find the things that Taurus and all of us need to enlighten within our subconscious, to look at the stumbling blocks and the buttons and the trauma. What do we need to heal so that we can truly be on earth as it is in heaven? Okay, so let's find some cards for you, Taurus, and I'm sure that we can all learn from this message today. Okay, so it's June 25th, and I am going to find some good messages for us. Sorry about my recording yesterday. I realized that my desk was touching the chair, and the camera kept jiggling, so I moved the desk or the chair back, and so hopefully everything's not jiggly today. Okay, so Taurus perhaps wasn't feeling like themselves recently. They were, uh, you know, they were a little stressed. Something was on their mind, and they were worried. Okay. Well, now that worry's gone, because yesterday we said You can take a deep breath. You can relax now. You can breathe. You can breathe. You can breathe. And yes, you are breathing. Uh, and the all that emotion that was associated with the stress, with the things that were on your mind, the things that you were worried about, the worried is today's the day for it to be gone. You do not need to worry. It's another comforting, beautiful message for you that everything's going to be okay. And what's really neat is that now that you're not worried and this stuff that was on your mind, you got the breath of fresh air, you're breathing now. What happens is your romance, you can pay attention to your partner a little bit better. And it's like kind of like your newlyweds again. And you maybe should have a little date night tonight, light some candles, and, um, you know, maybe if there's flowers out in the garden, pick some flowers and put them on the table and, really look in each other's eyes and give a little wink, if you know what I mean. All right. So, Taurus, that looks interesting. This is great. It's exciting. Okay. Yeah. So, the things that you were worried about, it's like you're putting the cart before the horse. You're worried about things you have no control over. And, like you've kind of decided the outcome before it was even it was too early to worry. There's no point in worrying. You had lost some sleep over it, perhaps. You have not been sleeping a lot. Um, but now that you're breathing, okay, some people I say you need to drink water, 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 water. Other people I say you need to go outside and, look at the trees, look at the flowers. And been telling tourists to breathe, breathe. This is how you're cleansing your energies by breathing. All right. And when you do that, we've we've been talking about releasing these past traumas, healing the past traumas, and identifying the buttons that we have. And Taurus, you're doing your work. You're actually connecting to that past trauma and you're acknowledging it. And just by acknowledging it, you're like, yeah, okay, I have been wounded. It's back there and it's not serving me any purpose other than bringing me today and the opportunity to heal it, to let go of it, to love it, to show compassion and gentleness towards the past. Everything's been forgiven. There's nothing that you need to worry about. Your sins have been forgiven. Okay. If you're Christian, they say in the Bible that you're you have been redeemed. Your sins have been purchased by God. They've been purchased. So when you go to a grocery store and you have a coupon and you redeem the coupon, you have to turn the coupon in. You don't get the coupon back. And so what this means in regarding to sin is your sin is like a coupon and your sins have been redeemed. You don't get them back. They're gone. You've been forgiven. Okay. So this should bring a huge sigh of relief to everyone, not just the tourists, but knowing that we're not condemned to our past. It's right here, right now that matters because in heaven, there is no time. There's no past. There's no future. You be in heaven. You are in heaven. And it's the totality of who you are. That's what heaven is. And it's your capacity to be whole. That is what heaven is. It's when you are whole. And we don't have to wait to die to be in heaven. We can be whole right now. But it's when we look at the past and those trauma and everything in that past that, has made you incomplete and not whole. That's what we need to look at and to heal. And honestly, I think that for the Taurus, that is happening. Today's a huge day for Taurus because you're breathing and little romance is going on and all that betrayal in the past and the stuff that really was so hurtful you're able to say, thank you, because it brought me to today, and I realize that I've been holding on way too tight, and now it's time to celebrate and to be on earth as it is in heaven with our loved ones, with those who, uh, you know, heaven would not be heaven without our loved ones, family, and friends. Okay, Taurus? So, what a wonderful reading. Congratulations. That's a good one. And I'm glad you're breathing. And I know for at least one of you that very soon you're going to be able to breathe a lot better, okay, because of your situation. But keep coming back and get your daily dose, your daily pep talk from me. And so we'll see what's coming up for you next time. If you'd like to have a personal reading or to do some coaching to help use some tools to help identify those stumbling blocks, and identify who you are at your inner core, go ahead and contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com and we can work together. Okay, so we'll see you next time, Taurus. Take care. All right, Geminis, my dear friends, the Geminis. You know, every sign are my friends, but I'm a Leo and you're a Gemini. And Geminis and Leos, of all the signs, get along the best. And I love my Geminis, and I just, I'm so blessed to have you in my life. And so today what we're doing is we're asking your angels and my angels to work together to give the Gemini a message or messages and insights so that you can heal anything in the past that, or anything right now that's preventing you from being on earth as it is in heaven. So is there anything new and exciting going on for the Gemini? Anything new and exciting? What insight does the Gemini need to know to heal the past and to live and be on earth as it is in heaven? Okay, let's see. Okay, so presently, right now, you are feeling like you're in the right spot. Okay, so Gemini, remember you were really having some bad times in the past several months. You were really isolating. You were feeling horrible about yourself and about everyone. You really were suffering. Suffering is a really good word, and that's exactly what it was. You were suffering. But today you're not. Today you feel like, okay, I have been through a lot. You've had exhaustion. You've just really felt very, very bad. You were not yourself. Like you were so far from who you are. But you thought I can do whatever I want. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get away from everyone. And when Gemini does that, they are a foreigner to themselves. It's like poison. It's horrible because the Gemini needs people, but it's a balance like this. And when you did that, you were, it was like dying. It was so foreign. But now that you're back, but it's back in a better way because you got so close to death, like so close to just being invisible, but the opposite of invisible. You were so immersed in the tragedy and the drama and trauma that you were, ugh, it's hard, very hard. And so what I see now is that you can turn around. So in the Old Testament, and this is, you don't have to believe in the Bible, but I'm just giving you some wisdom. Okay, so in the Old Testament, the prophets, the prophets were there to help the people to live good lives. That they were there to help give a message that was being conveyed to them so that the people could be in alignment with God's will for them. Okay? So the message, the word that they used the most often over and over and over again was to shuv, S-H-U-V, shuv. And that means to turn around and face God. You're looking in the wrong direction. So Gemini, when you were out what I call the cave, you were in there and you were so being tortured, you weren't looking in the right direction. And so now that you've had some encouragement to come out and you're out, you're sitting on your throne of wisdom and knowledge. You are so knowledgeable about all of your inner workings and about life in general. You have everything you need. And now you've turned around and you're facing God. And he's saying, come on in. Welcome. Welcome to the kingdom. Welcome. Like the prodigal son. In the prodigal son, the story of the prodigal son, it says, the son went off and he wanted his treasures, the inheritance from his father. So he went and he spent all the money. He did everything he wanted, the way he wanted, not the way the father wanted. But what happened was he spent every last penny. He lost all of his friends because the friends only wanted him for the things that he was able to give them for the party. And so the son decides, well, it's better to live with the pigs. The pigs live better than I'm living right now. But you know what? I wonder if I go back to my father, would he let me come home? Now, the other side of the story is the son's down and out and the worst part of their life, truly, lower than the pigs in the mud. On the other side, the father. Go back and read the story of the prodigal son in the Bible, in the New Testament. It says that every day, the father would go out into the fields and look, is my son coming home? Is today the day? Is today the day he's coming home? And on one day, the father goes out and he sees in the distance, oh my God, it's my son. And the father runs to the son, runs with open arms to embrace him and to welcome him home. And we think, oh, we couldn't possibly return. No, the Father is calling us every day back into heaven on earth. So today is the day, dear Gemini, to accept that invitation. And instead of having the Father have to run to you, why don't you run to each other and embrace one another and to live and to be on earth as it is in heaven and to celebrate and to never ever let go of all that's being offered to you. And the father in the story says, kill the fatted calf. Let's have a party. Let's celebrate. And the brother is jealous. He says, well, Father, I've been here the whole time. You've never killed the fatted calf for me. You've never thrown me a party. He spent all your money. Well, the lesson is that jealousy gets us nowhere. Jealousy removes us from heaven. And we should celebrate always when any of us return to heaven on earth. So Gemini, this is beautiful. And let's keep working at that. I'll just get a couple more cards to see if there's anything else. But you're in your seat of wisdom and knowledge. You're on the throne of wisdom and knowledge. And you have that insight. Yes, everything's been illuminated. And now everything can be fruitful. Abundance is coming. And that dark cave, we can seal it off now. You never need to go back. You never need to go back to, you lost yourself back there, but now you've been found. You lost yourself, and now you've been found. Okay, dear Gemini, I love you, and I'm so glad that you were here today to hear this message. Come back tomorrow and get another pep talk. And if you want, you can email me at paul@meetyourangels.com, and we can work together on whatever it is you'd like. All right? So we'll see you tomorrow, and take care until then. All right, Cancer friends, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Today is June 25th, and we're looking for messages and insight from your angels for Cancer. And we want to know, is there anything new and exciting going on for Cancer? How about, can you illuminate for us, dear angels, anything that the Cancer needs to examine or to do in order to heal the past and to be on earth as it is in heaven? All right, let's see what's going on today. Let's see what's going on today. So Cancer and anyone else who's listening to this, it's great that you're listening to this, but when you have time, in your free time, go and listen to the entire broadcast of all of these messages, because every day, if you can, because I tell stories that I call universal truths. These are stories, universal truths that we all need to learn from. Every word that I'm saying to you, I have to say it to me too. Okay, so to just listen to this little message, it's good. This is what you need to know for today. But all these messages, there's a wonderful insight for healing and for letting go and to learn how to be on earth as it is in heaven. And for today, this is, I think, absolutely the identical reading of, who was it? I think it was Taurus. You and Taurus today have a little romance coming today because you've been working on yourself. You've been feeling better about yourself. You have a little pep in your step, and you have a little romance on your mind. So go outside, pick some flowers, have a little romantic date with your special someone. Light some candles, look into each other's eyes, and enjoy yourself, okay? Because the part of you that was not feeling right, the part of you that was having, just not feeling right, that part's better. I mean, you have your strength. You're sitting in the throne of wisdom and knowledge. You're back to your good self, your whole self, okay, not the unhealthy self. And so this is wonderful, Cancer. All right. I'm going to take that part and this card because they both kind of came out. And so those sleepless nights, like if you've been thinking about things, that's over. You don't need to worry about that anymore. And I do see that you're having some good news about finances today, or maybe in your job, there's some good news, and you might be hearing from some family friends or family members, and if you haven't heard from them in a while, maybe you're supposed to be calling them. Okay, so today's a day about relationships, and when you can talk to your friends and family, you're going to feel better, and everything's good. Okay, so that's the message for today, Cancer. It's nice and simple, but do plan a little date night tonight if you have a partner. If you don't, plan a date night with yourself. Give yourself a treat. Love yourself. Do something special for yourself today. And even if you don't have a partner, go out and pick those flowers and bring them in. Light some candles. And uh, be close to yourself. Like, be a friend to yourself. All right. So that's it, Cancer. If you'd like to have a private reading, go ahead and contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com. And then if you come back tomorrow, I'll give you another good insight and another pep talk. Okay. So we'll see you next time, Cancer. Leos, welcome, welcome, welcome. So today is June 25th. I always have to look at the date because I'm not good at keeping track of time. But June 25th, and these are the messages for Leos. I'm a Leo. And as I was telling the other signs is that while it's great you're listening to this message, when I do these recordings, I tell stories and give insight that we all need to hear. And it's not my insight, it's what I call universal truths. So these universal truths we all need to know. We actually already all know them. We know this information because it's part of who we are. It's part of our soul. But we need to be reminded. So in your free time, Leo, if you could listen to the full broadcast of these recordings, then it'll help you to accelerate the healing. So we're asking right now, what can be illuminated today for the Leo to be able to heal the past wounds and those things that are preventing Leo from living on earth as it is in heaven. Okay? So I'm going to adjust this over here because that didn't work very well, but oh well, we'll live with it. Messages for Leo. Okay. Okay, Leo. Another good day for Leo. Leos, you're doing great because you've had this inspiration. You've had it for years. And you are. So yesterday's message sounded kind of bad, and I felt bad after because I'm a Leo. And it kind of sounded like I was scolding the Leo about not treating people equally and, we're above the other people. And that's really not what I was saying. It's just a reminder is that we get our power. We become more powerful, Leo, when we look at people as equal, when we can look in their eyes. And when we do that, then we get more inspiration to help us on our project that we're working on. We need the insight from the other people. And so that's what I meant. Okay, that's the part that might not have been too clear. So we're going to continue to respect other people so that as we're working on this very special project, powerful projects, huge, important projects, then we can really, this will help to accelerate the quality of what we're doing. Okay. And what's happening is that the juices are flowing, the inspiration, it's just, you're on a roll, which is incredible. It's wonderful. And you're focused. Because remember, we were saying, as a typical Leo, we have so many interests and everything. Like, we can juggle many projects, and we're never late for a deadline. We really, can have a huge capacity to work. We work when we need to and want to, and then we relax when we want to. But right now, what the message has been is that all these many projects have been watering us down. So we're focusing on a couple, one or two projects to really catapult us into the success that we want and need. And when we do that, because yesterday I was saying we have the quiver on the back. The quiver holds the arrows, and these arrows represent the tools and the skills that we have. And that quiver is there so that at any time we need, we can pull out this knowledge, the skills and the things that we need in order to accomplish the task for that project. Okay. And you're gathering those skills. You're gathering the insight, and it's coming into place. You're putting them in the right spots now for your project. Okay. And so there's one particular Leo I've never met. I love her. She's a YouTube person, and I just think she's incredible. I really hope you're watching this because, ma'am, you are absolutely you are the best. And I'm so proud. I'm so happy for you. Because yesterday I was saying it's not about being in the spotlight. Well, you are in the spotlight. Like, people know who you are. And that's good. They need to know who you are because you're helping us to laugh. You're helping us to enjoy life and to, you're just incredible. And so what the reminder was yesterday is that it's not about being the spotlight, but it's about letting the light of the Leo shine. And when you have too many projects going on, when we focus, then that power. And the other important dimension from yesterday was that when we can respect one another, because you're surrounded by a group of people that look up to you. Everyone looks up to Leos just by our nature because we are leaders and we're entertaining, and there's things about Leos that they're admirable from other signs. And so, but this particular Leo who I'm talking about, hopefully you get to see this message, is, wow, that team that you have, they're part of your success. And so ask them, what should we do next? What what can I do? Because they know you better than anyone. And the Leo forgets certain things, and they can be part of all this, like they already are, but with their help, uh, you can be absolutely the number one person on YouTube. I think you're the best. And guess what? You only live. I'm right off of Deer Springs Road, and you're just over there. I don't know exactly where you are, but you're just on the other side of the freeway. And I think it'd be fun to meet you. I'd love to give all of you readings and get to know you. But anyway, thank you, dear Leo, who I'm talking to, for the joy that you brought me, because you're really a lot of fun. Now, so for everyone else, sorry for that little diversion, but it's the same message for all the Leos right now, is that you're um, you're working on this project, and there's people that are surrounding you that know you better than you. Well, not better than you, but they really they want to hear these stories again. They when you can listen to them and treat them with equality and come down off the pedestal and be with your peeps, then that's going to give you the energy and the creative energy that I'm talking about on this special. You're working on a new project. It's something that's new, and it is going to just be incredible. And for that person on YouTube, that thing that you're working on, and you've tried to start it this year, you've done some of it, the past year, but because of COVID, you've been prevented to do it because you're not able to get out and do these things. I'm not going to mention it because you know what it is, and I don't want to say who you are here, but you haven't been able to do the travel that you've been wanting to do. And I mean, you're on a trip recently, but that particular thing that you have been wanting to do, this is absolutely, the world needs you, and you're going to be doing it. It's going to be a little while, But right now, what you're doing is you're recharging your batteries. Your creativity is being catapulted, and just, it's wonderful. All right, so I'm excited for you. And if you'd like to work with me, contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com, and we can see how I can help you. And if you keep coming back, you'll get your daily pep talk from Paul, and we can, have a good life together and live on earth as it is in heaven together. All right. So we'll see you tomorrow, Leo. Take care. Virgo, welcome. How are you doing? Today's June 25th, and I wanted to check in to see how you're doing, and we're going to ask your angels and guides to give you some insight and some advice, and to shed some light on those areas of your life that are preventing you from living on earth as it is in heaven. What do you need to know and examine and to heal so that we can get beyond the trauma and the drama and actually be on earth as it is in heaven? Okay, Virgo? So I'm going to go ahead and get some cards for you, and we'll see. Okay, so, Virgo, you've had a rough couple months, and you've been up and down, and you were consumed with the nature of the planet, which is COVID, and you've been feeling very isolated, and it's been difficult for you. And unfortunately, your focus on you and the selfishness involved in that, and I know it's hard to admit it and to hear it, but you were so focused on your broken record about all the problems that it's hurt your relationship. And, you have to look outside of yourself, because if you don't look outside of yourself, like, it's no fun being around a Virgo who can't pay attention to the important people around them. The people around you love you. They want nothing but happiness for you. But it's a no-win situation when the Virgo is self-absorbed. So I'm just saying, there's a relationship. Today it's good. June 25th, you have the power, the strength to do what you need to do. But what I'm saying is, what you need to do is take care of the relationship, which means get out of yourself. It's time to focus on your partner, not you. Because he or she is focused on you all the time. They have to be, otherwise you wouldn't have been with them. They adore you. They worship you. You are, just the best in their eyes. But it's so painful for them because they can't help you, because you're just won't let anyone in. But you've been working on yourself. I've been asking you to go out and take walks and to get fresh air and to look at nature and to start every day with a gratitude list. What are you grateful for? And then as you look at that, hopefully on the top of your gratitude list is this partner that you have, your loved one, that has been there the whole time and really bends over backwards to make sure you're happy. Now he or she is struggling too, because we're all in this together. And so, you're like this, flip-flop, flip-flop, flip-flop with the fences. And what that means is some days you're open to suggestions, you're open to advice, you're open to trying new things. But the other days you want to push everyone away. You put the fence up, fence up, fence down, fence up, fence down, fence up, fence down. I'm exhausted because of all the signs, Virgo, you have so much beauty and attractiveness, and you have so much going for you when you're healthy, that we need the Virgos to We love it when the Virgos are in balance. We love the Virgos when they can control and utilize their emotions for good. Okay, so Virgo, please continue with that gratitude list and live in gratitude and be grateful for what you are. Virgo, do you live in a house? Virgo, do you have running water? There's people in the world that have to walk miles to get water, and we're worried about, oh, we can't go to our favorite restaurant because we might get sick from COVID. Yikes. If that's the case, there's no hope. But we know that's not true. There's always hope. And this too shall pass. This is not a lifetime sentence. We all need to cooperate with one another so that we can beat this pandemic and we can be healthy. But feeling sorry for yourself and thinking that it's the end of the world, that's not helping anyone. So, as we said yesterday, and we're saying again today, as you build that gratitude list, it is going to help everyone else. But what I see again is that you've hurt so many people through your selfishness. And I hate that word because you're not selfish. You love your family. You want to be with your family. You would do anything for your family. Anything. But I don't think you realize that you really, truly have been selfish in this, and you hurt other people, not just your partners, but other people who have feel like it's too hard to deal with you. All right, but when you can be in the gratitude, then that's going to help. And I think I mentioned this a couple days ago, is that the one dimension, this is an ongoing thing, the one dimension that you have been neglecting, that is the reason why you've forgotten all of this, the reason why you don't even know you're being selfish, is you've forgotten your spiritual dimension. You're away from it. And you know that your spiritual dimension is so important to you. You value it so much, but you've drifted and you've drifted and you've drifted so far that you've forgotten who you are. You love your family so much. You are like the glue. If anyone can help the family, it's you. But what have you lost? You've lost your spiritual connection. You've lost the very thing that gave you hope. Your spirituality erases the fear, but you've lost it. It's wherever it is, you've lost the hope. So let's get back into the spiritual realm. Let's really start connecting to what you believe in. And then all that fear will be erased. And you'll begin to feel good. And the gratitude, what are you grateful for? Because you've always believed, but somehow in this crisis, you have lost your connection and your faith. And so, but you can have it. It's there. It's always been there. And that is the good news, is that, you know, you've hurt people. You've, but you didn't know it. It's okay, because those people, they're your biggest fans. Okay. They're the ones, they're there rooting you on all the way, but they have no clue how to help you. But I know now, I mean, this is the one thing that you need to do, and that's reconnect to your spirituality, which includes being grateful. Okay. So, Virgo, please do something for yourself today. Whatever it is that feeds you spiritually, Reconnect to that, because without that, you're going to continue to not only hurt yourself, but hurt the people that you love so much. And all the signs, you love your family so much. It's so important to you that you can't and don't want to lose it. That spiritual life that you have believed so much, that's not in doubt, but somehow you lost touch of it. Okay. So, Virgo, let's do that today and continue to do that. And if you would like to work with me, have a private reading and just talk things over. I mean, you don't have to have a reading, but it's good to have a friend. It's good to have someone to listen to you and to just, like be able to say what you want to say. Because I'm impartial, like I'm your biggest fan. I'm 6'7". I don't know if you guys knew that, but I'm tall, Paul, 6'7". I'm your biggest fan, and if you say whatever you're going to say, I'm not going to be upset because I don't personally know you. And like, it's kind of like going to confession. Come on in and tell me what's going on. And I promise you, I'm going to say, it's okay. It's okay. And that we love you. And I always say this, you're not loved. You're profoundly loved. You are so profoundly loved. That's what you need to know. You're not alone, okay? So Virgo, keep coming back and watch these videos every day. And because it's like a pep talk, you need to know you're not alone. But as I've said to the other signs, don't just listen to Virgo. If you can, in your free time, listen to the entire broadcast and all of them, because I say these things not just to you, but every word I say to you, I have to say to me. These are what I call universal truths. I did not invent this stuff. We all know this. It's in our soul. I'm just echoing back to you as a reminder what you and I and all of us need to know. Okay? So reconnect with your spirituality and everything's going to work out. Okay, thank you, Virgo. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Okay, so now we are here with our friends, the Libras, and anyone else interested in Libra. As I've said before, it's great that you're listening to the Libra message right now, but when you have time, if you can listen to all of this broadcast and all the other broadcasts, there's insight in every single message for all of us because we're all connected. And I will say something like right now to the Libra that maybe a Gemini needs to hear, but we all need to hear because it's an echo of what I call universal truths. I did not invent this stuff. All I'm saying to you today is what we all know to already be true. I'm just reminding you of what you already know. And so if you listen to the other full broadcasts, then it's like the more you hear it, yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Oh, I forgot. Oh, yeah, okay. And eventually you can stop listening to me because you already know it. Now, I love it that you're here and I don't ever want you to leave, but you don't need me. You've got all the information and skills that you need to be successful. All right. So we're looking right now at for illumination on what you need to heal, what obstacles and buttons and traumas need to be healed in order to live on earth as it is in heaven. Okay. And so I've drawn some cards and so these are all in reverse. So I usually don't do reverses and all that, but it's interesting they're all in reverse. And this is good, okay? Because you had similar cards in the past, and the one thing that we've been consistently talking about is this unhealthy relationship. Excuse me. And we've said that you either need to get out of the relationship. And yesterday I said, you don't need to get out of the relationship. You need to get out of the unhealthy part of the relationship. And what's this is saying is you've chosen. Excuse me. You have chosen to be healthy, and in every respect, like you get it. You've been illuminated, and so the ties that bound you in the past, where you felt like, oh my God, this is like the worst. This. How much longer can I endure? You've cut the chains that have bound you. You've communicated, and if you haven't done it yet, today's the day to do it. You're going to communicate that I cannot do this any longer, but I want to work on this because I love you. Or if you're in an abusive situation, there's no tolerance for abuse, ever. You must speak up for yourself and say, this is over. It is never, ever going to happen to me again, ever. Because you're giving yourself a voice. And when you do this, for all of us right now, let's go ahead and let's get out our scissors. Okay? And I'm not pretending. Let's get out our scissors, and we're cutting the psychic cords. We're cutting all the energies that people have connected, and they put these psychic cords into us, zapping us from our energy like vampires. We're cutting those cords, and they are gone. We are not allowing any unwanted psychic cords to be attached to us, and we are now free from that. If you didn't do it, go do it. I'll wait. And like that, we now are free, and we can start regaining that energy that people have been taking from us. Taking. They're going to be fine. They have everything they need. God takes care of all of his children. But when people are greedy and they take from us, well, are we helping them or are we hurting them? I love to be generous. I love to give and give and give. I love it. But certain people take advantage of us. And we, in the beginning, think we're helping them financially or whatever it is. But then it's like, oh my gosh, what did I do? I wasn't helping them. I was hurting them because I wasn't teaching them about responsibility. I wasn't teaching them about how to take care of themselves. Instead, I was taking care of them when they didn't need to be taken care of. They needed to take care of themselves. But in the beginning, we don't always know that because we trust people. We believe in people. We love people. We think, oh, we're supposed to be there for one another. Yeah, we are. We are supposed to be there for one another. But this is specifically saying, it's talking about money. Libra, if you've been giving money to someone, please examine that. I have a friend who is in a relationship and the partner just gives and gives and gives and gives financially. The partner has paid off all the debt and all this stuff that was prior to the relationship. Oh my gosh. I think that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. If you're in a relationship, a brand new one, or even an old one, and you are paying off your partner's debt from decisions they made before they met you, are you helping them? They have to pay off their debt. It's their debt. It's their debt. Why are you paying for their former sins? It doesn't make sense, does it? So Libra, you've been in an unhealthy relationship and you're done with it. In every aspect, every card here shows you're fed up and you're done. But you're not mad anymore, like because you realize you've been illuminated and you see that you played a part in it, and that there's no reason any at this point to be participating in an unhealthy relationship. And if you've communicated to your partner that you love them and you want to be healthy, but you have not been helping them, you've been hurting them, then together you can work together on a plan to live in balance and live justly, because it's not just to do all these things for people and they are taking advantage of you. All right. So you Libra, this is great. You've been really been having a very good week, a very, very good week. And you're taking care of yourself. And in turn, by doing that, you're taking care of those people who you're in relationship with. So thumbs up. I love you, Libra. You're profoundly loved. And just keep working at it. And give us an update. Let us know what's going on. If you'd like to work with me, go ahead and email me at paul@meetyourangels.com, and we can try to help you out. Okay? So keep coming back for another pep talk tomorrow. And if you can, watch all of the episodes for every sign, because each message that I say for each sign is really meant for all of us, because these are universal truths. I didn't make them up. They're messages that we all need to hear. All right, so thank you, Libra. We'll see you tomorrow. Welcome, Scorpios. How are you? Today's June 25th, and we are going to ask your angels and my angels to help guide us and illuminate us to know what Scorpio needs to do in order to heal past trauma and hurt and these buttons that we have. How can we learn about those and examine those and to heal them so that we can live on earth as it is in heaven? Is there anything new and exciting going on for Scorpio? What does Scorpio need to know today in order to have the best day and to live on earth as it is in heaven? So we'll go ahead and get some cards for Scorpio. Oh, this is good. All right. So Scorpio, you're right now in the present really taking care of yourself. You're holding on to your dignity, and you know that life is worth living and you want to live. Okay. And you're looking back like this and you're like, I'm not going back there. That was way, way too far away from who I am and what I wanted for my life. You had forgotten what you valued as a child and what you were taught. But though with the experiences that you've been having that were not quite pleasant, you're not gonna ignore those. You're learning from them. It's like, don't forget where you came from. As hard as it was, it's what's helping you. My hair, it's horrible. I usually have very short hair, and I can't stand the long hair. But my sister wanted me to have the man bun, remember? I don't know about that, but we'll see. All right, so you've been through a lot, and you're going to learn from that. And you can look back and say, learn from your past, because you don't want to go back to that. And what's good is you're actually healing. You are actually making progress, and you're feeling better. The emotions that were so difficult to handle, like it was kind of like you were drowning in the emotions, are easier to handle now. You're you're feeling more confident, and you're feeling like, you know, your head's above the water and you can breathe. And you feel like the stuff that got you into the bad spot is healed. You don't need that anymore. you're healing the betrayal. You're healing the whatever got you to the spot that took you into the darkness. Okay, there's beautiful light that's surrounding you because you have a whole group of people that are rooting for you. You can see your talents. You can see that you're skilled. You know more than a lot of people in your field, and you're looked to for advice and for your expertise. And you now have a strength because you're using tools to be able to push away the demons and to the temptations to go back to former ways that were unhealthy. And you're strong and you're feeling like a younger version of you, like a healthier version of you, which, we all need. We all want to feel and be younger. Well, I don't want to be younger. I like being older. And so this is a very spiritual time for you, introspective time for you, because it's by being gentle with yourself, loving yourself, nurturing yourself, that you're being able to progress forward and to reconnect to those things that used to bring you joy. And if you're ever doubting, like, what do I do next? Take a deep breath and let it out and say, I'm doing well. I'm proud of myself. Give yourself a pat on the back because whatever it is you're going through, you've been through a lot, but people are rooting for you. You have people around you that are supporting you, and we're ready to just be there for when you need us. And so, anyway, this is great because you're living in balance. You're really feeling like you can do this. And I know you can, all right? And so, as we're healing this stuff, and this clearly shows you are healing. As you do that, you're beginning to allow heaven to fill your heart, to fill your soul, and to be on earth as it is in heaven. So here's a big helicopter flying over. I live near a military base, and sometimes they have these huge transport helicopters come by. So we'll say a prayer for our military, and we pray for world peace at this time, that we never will need them, hopefully. Okay, so Scorpio, contact me if you need. Paul at meetyourangels.com. Come back tomorrow for tomorrow's pep talk. And if you can, please listen to the entire recording every day or whenever you can, because what I'm saying are universal truths for all of us. So the messages in the other signs are reminders, they're echoes of the truth that we already have within our soul. I'm not inventing this stuff. I'm just reminding all of us what we need to know in order to heal. Okay? So we'll see you tomorrow, Scorpio. And now we'll welcome our Sagittarius friends. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. Today is June 25th, and we're glad that you're here, and we hope you're having a good day. And we're asking your angels and guides and my angels and guides to help give a message today, an insight to see what it is you need in order to heal, to illuminate those obstacles that are in your past that have prevented you from living and being on earth as it is in heaven. So what is it today that the Sagittarius needs to know in order to be on earth as it is in heaven? Okay, so let's see here. Got some different stuff. Okay, Sagittarius. I think you may not be having a good day because have turned off your creativity. You've turned off, you somehow have lost a little bit of hope, and you're feeling like things are not working out well for you. You're feeling like people have hurt you and are perhaps against you, and it's not right, and you kind of like turned off. You're feeling dull, and there's something in your relationship that's not right, or perhaps if you have one, you feel like it's not going right. If you want one, like you've lost hope that there could be one. But let's get some more cards to see what's going on. It'd be very rare for me to ever give ever a gloomy reading, because I don't believe in that. There's no such thing as gloom. Like, it's a choice, and everything that happens and everything that's going on is a what we need to learn from. Okay, so let me get one more card here just to find out what's going on. Okay, now this could mean two things. You're either having a bad day and you're feeling bad, and you're kind of giving up hope, and you're just kind of blah. You don't know what to feel. Or you've turned it all upside down, because every card here is upside down. Every one of them. I rarely read upside down. I don't. Some people read upside down, some don't. So when I see all the upside down, it's like, oh, something's not normal. Or it means the normal has been turned over, which means the bad, the trauma, the stuff that we've been working on, because we've been asking for illumination. We've been asking for healing. And the fact that all of these are upside down is telling me you are receiving the healing. You get it? It's like, that was you, now you're in heaven. I'm hoping and praying that's what it is. Like, today's the day, June 25th, Sagittarius. Put it on your calendar. Today's the day that you are on earth as it is in heaven. And if that's not the case, and if you are having a bad day and you are gloomy and you're just feeling blah, um, what I'd like you to do is go outside and pick the flowers. Go and listen to the birds. Get outside. Get out. Do something different. Okay? Because you have power. You have strength. You have imagination. But right now you're just like, unless you've turned it over, you get it. And that's in the past. I'm hoping that's all in the past. If you're having a bad day, get outside. And it's in the outside that you'll receive some inspiration. You'll begin to feel better. Okay? And that's that. But I'm praying that you're going to say, no, okay, I recognize that I've been not having a good time. I've been in a funk, and I've had a problem. But that's in the past. And now I'm living in balance. I'm taking care of myself. And I think that's what it's going to say. I'm going to take one more card here. Yes, okay. So when we make this decision to be on earth as it is in heaven, now you can go on any journey and just not have any cares in the world. Because that stuff in the past, that's the stuff that brought you down. That was the stuff that put the impossibilities in your path. And now you can use your imagination and create your future. If have you ever heard of a vision board or a dream board? Let's do one, Sagittarius. This is a tool. What do you want to create for yourself? What do you want to manifest for yourself, because the very first card was all about manifestation and creating your future. And so I've said this a million times, I'm going to say it again. You can't just go to Europe. If you want to go to Europe, there's a process to going to Europe. And we have to align ourselves and cooperate with the process to getting to Europe. So what does that mean? You have to have a passport. To get a passport, you have to have a passport photo, a passport application. There's a process to getting that passport. So get out your old magazines or go to Pinterest. Pinterest is easy. I love Pinterest. It's a really cool tool. And start manifesting, and create a board called Dream Board. And manifest, not things. I mean, things are fine. You can manifest things. But you've been in a funk. Do you think in heaven it's all about things? You're going to have a Maserati, and this has nothing to do with heaven. In heaven, we have love, peace, harmony, joy, gratitude, satisfaction. We have no lack in heaven. So go to Pinterest and manifest for yourself the symbols like the flowers, and find a picture of a bee that's landing on the flower and it's pollinating the flower. And that flower, like on a peach tree, they're pollinating the peach flower. That becomes fruit. It's a symbol of manifestation. And so you can have that. So hopefully you're out of the funk. If you're not out of the funk, you create this vision board, and this will help you to then venture out and to get outside of your sadness and this stagnation. Stagnation is kind of a good word. And the Pinterest is going to help you to see the possibilities and take this journey where you're manifesting and bringing it forward. The fruit's coming, the abundance is coming, the harvest is coming. Okay, Sagittarius. So if you would like a personal reading, go ahead and contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com, and we can work together on whatever it is you like to examine. Sagittarius, we'll see you tomorrow. If you can, in your free time, try to listen to the entire recordings of all the broadcasts, because what I'm speaking about are what I call universal truths. This is not stuff that I've invented. These are things that we all know to be true in our soul. It's medicine for us to be in alignment with who we are and what God wants for us. It will show us how to be on earth as it is in heaven. Okay? So come on back tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Take care. Okay, welcome to our Capricorn friends. How are you doing? Today is June 25th, and we're going to ask your angels and my angels and guides to give us some illumination on what you need to examine in your life, any obstacles, any past wounds and trauma, any buttons that need to be healed so that you can live on earth as it is in heaven. And what is new and exciting going on? Messages for Capricorn to heal and to be on earth as it is in heaven. Okay, so Capricorn, let's see what's going on. Okay, so you've been in this reflective mode. You've been examining, the things in your life that you want to heal. I think right now you might have some money on your mind, and you might have some past debts that you want to pay off. I hope that is a focus of yours, because if you have debt does not serve you. We need to pay our debt. So for people that believe in karma, this is my question for people that believe in karma. How many lives do you think it takes? How many lives do you need to get it right? How many times do you want to come back here and suffer? Why don't we take care of it in this life so then we can be in nirvana, be in heaven, be on earth as it is in heaven right now? Why do we have to wait till heaven? Like, till after we die? It just makes sense. Like, why would you want to come back when you can be offered paradise in heaven? And why do you think you have to die in order to get it? Life is for living, right? So, if you have debt, dear Capricorn, you got to pay it off, whatever it takes. If it means cutting back on your spending, you know, you need to examine those parts in your life where you're being too extravagant. We all can cut back. So this message is for everyone, but Capricorn, it's something to think about today on June 25th. And that will allow you then to, because you've been living uh, extravagantly, you've been living perhaps beyond your means. And right now it's time to stop that and live within your means and do not save insofar as like in a bank account, but save in paying off the debt, because the interest rates that you're paying on that credit card debt, it's not going to help. You got to pay down the debt. Okay. And then when you do that, this is going to help you to lay a foundation for your future. So while it's great for Paul to say, oh, we're living on earth as it is in heaven, everything's provided for us. Yes, everything is provided for us. But we have to cooperate with the process of being on earth as it is in heaven. We have our finances, we have our, these gifts that were given by God. But when we use credit cards, you're we're being greedy. We're asking for more than what God is giving us. Oh, just for today, God, can I have a little bit more? I'll put it on my credit card. I promise to pay it back. Okay, well, he's calling in the debt right now. He's saying, pay it back. And when you do this, then you're able to plan for your future financial stability. Because if you have not saved for retirement, you're going to need that. Okay. It's great to say God's going to provide, but yeah, he's going to provide. If you want to be 90 years old and living under a tree, that's free. Go live under a tree. But if when you're 90 and you'd like to live in a home and you'd like to have food on the table, then it's time to pay off that debt and to start saving for retirement. Because if you want to be homeless, that's free. Go ahead, do that. Maybe you want to. It's not shown here. What I see here is the message. You need to start planning for your retirement, because it costs money to live in our modern day society. We're not at the point yet where we have perfect abundance. Now, the abundance is there, but people aren't growing their own food. If you plant a garden, hopefully you've heard my story about the tomatoes and the fruit trees. I think that was on a Scorpio. There's one of my things that says must watch or something like that. And I think it was Scorpio. I can't remember, but maybe I'll pull that story out and make a individual's video about that. But basically, like if you have fruit trees, one fruit tree, there's plenty for you, your family, and your neighbors. Now, so let's say I plant an orange tree and you plant a plum tree and they plant an apple tree and they plant a nectarine. Well, guess what? There's enough for everyone in the neighborhood for all the types of fruit we want. When I grow tomatoes, oh my gosh, I have so many tomatoes for not only my neighborhood, but also for my brother's family in his neighborhood, especially zucchini. Have you grown zucchini? Oh no, there's enough for the whole state. My point is that it's great, if we could all share our abundance with everyone, and we should be doing that, absolutely. But without saving for our retirement, we're neglecting the fact that, I mean, let's say we don't need money in the future, but we could take that money and help other people with it. So let's say you don't need the money. You're completely debt free right now, Capricorn. Let's say that. Well, with that money, you can start, because right now there's so many people who are going without food, whose children, like they are some not neglecting their children, but they're having a hard time providing for their children, especially in other countries, what we call third world countries. I hate talking like that, as if somehow, well, they're over there and we're over here, and that's their problem. There are no borders in heaven. We're all one being. We're responsible for one another to help one another. And so if you have an abundance right now, financial abundance or food abundance, you have to share it. You've got to give it. But make sure that you're preparing yourself financially so that you can be there not only for you and but your family, unless you just want to go live under a tree or a bridge. You get it? Okay, Capricorn, that's the message for today, for June 25th. If you'd like a personal reading, um, email me at paul@meetyourangels.com, and we can go ahead and work with you to examine your finances and to look at the different dimensions of your life that, where can we plant seeds to harvest future abundance? Okay. And if you, as I've been telling the other signs, is like, it's wonderful that you've watched this message today for Capricorn. But if you could watch the entire broadcast and my other entire broadcast, every message for every sign is meant for all of us. Like, these are what I'm saying are universal truths. I didn't invent this stuff. All I'm saying, I'm echoing what your soul already knows, and we need to remember we have every tool we need in order to live and be on earth as it is in heaven. But these reminders are echoes of the truth within our soul. So to only listen to this Capricorn message today, it's wonderful. It's good that you're doing that. But go back and watch all of it. So that way you can, really, because I tell stories and I can't tell every story in one little broadcast. I can't do it. So listen to the stories when you have time, and share this, like this video, and share it with your friends, because we all need to hear it. Okay, Capricorn, I'll see you tomorrow, and take care until then. I love you, and let's go to our next friends. Okay, Aquarius, how are you doing? Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Today is June 25th, and we're going to ask your angels and my angels and guides to help give us any insight into what's going on in your life, to help illuminate and to shed light on those obstacles, the trauma and the roadblocks, any buttons that you have that are preventing you from being on earth as it is in heaven. What do you need to know in order to be on earth as it is in heaven? Anything new and exciting going on? Let's see. Okay. It's same cards that you always get, Aquarius. Same cards. 2 just came out. Yeah. So, Aquarius, I've mentioned, I don't know, a week ago that, you have a choice. You can either stay in your current company, your current job, but I see a promotion coming, and they need you. They need your insight and your leadership skills in order to rejuvenate the company, because with COVID and everything that's going on, the company needs to rethink itself, rebrand itself, reorganize itself. Now you can do that, and I want that for you, meaning I want both of these options for you. But I want the promotion for you. The other option is to leave your current company and either join another company and be a leader over there. And you might even be asked to be a CEO. I don't know. Came up. That's what I thought about. Or to start your own company, perhaps a leadership management company. I don't know. Only you know. It doesn't matter. They're all good options for you. Okay. So that card comes up in every reading for the Aquarius, the same thing. And what I see, yesterday we talked about you hiring an intern and mentoring them. It's not just hiring someone, but it's sharing of yourself, your insight, and grooming them to become the leader. Because we all need to be leaders. Every one of us needs to be empowered to do our job, to do our part to be on earth as it is in heaven. Every single one of us is critical. Not one of us is insignificant. You, every single one of us, we are critical to our future. Okay? We each play a part. And so, as you identify these people that you're working with, and you're thinking about how do we reorganize the organization, you have a very good handle on what each gift each person has that you're working with. What are their gifts and talents? But what I would do is call them into the office and say, I was wondering, what would you like to do if you had a dream job in the organization or even outside of the organization? What would that dream job be? Because you might think you know what that person wants, but only they know what they want. And listen. And as you interview everyone on your staff and within the organization, before you make decisions, listen and figure out, listen to what they want. And then you can assemble the puzzle. You can reorganize based on a balanced idea of what the people actually want to contribute to the organization. And that is going to really, whoa, I mean, the good that you were doing before, the good stuff in that company, is now when you put the pieces in alignment in the proper puzzle, like maybe this is a two-sided puzzle. It looked one way when the pieces were that way. Now, if we flip it over, and instead of doing it the way the company wanted it, because the company, it has to change. It's looking for a reorganization. So when we flip it over, instead of doing it the way that we did it the old way, with the way the company dictated it, and now we're valuing each person within the organization for the skills that they have, and we're giving everyone a dream job. If anyone could sew this together, it's you, Aquarius. How neat. I want to come work for you. I'll be the angel reader in your organization. Okay. Now, Leos are leaders for sure. But this Leo would prefer to let the Aquarius manage all of that, because I don't want to babysit. It's hard to babysit. And Aquarius doesn't want to babysit. But the Aquarius has a charm about them that can convince anyone to do anything. Aquarius like to flirt in a way that's not sexual, but a way that makes the people on their team feel good. Now, this is a balance. This is what we call a redeemed Aquarius, a healthy Aquarius. Because I'm certain there are Aquariuses out there that are not redeemed, that could use their powers for evil and for personal gain. But what we're talking about is an Aquarius who's in balance, an Aquarius who is redeemed, an Aquarius that operates out of love and out of generosity for the benefit of the good of all. An Aquarius who is living on earth as it is in heaven. see, who can organize the gifts and talents of everyone to really paint a picture that is just so magnificent and gorgeous and beautiful. All right, so think about this stuff, Aquarius, your career, and honestly, it doesn't even have to be in the career. It's when you apply it to your family, apply it to anything. Is like when you can honor and respect each person for what they have and what they're able to offer and give, and utilize those skills and talents for the benefit of all, then, my gosh, you are improving heaven on earth in just an incredible way. So all these world problems that we have, maybe you should be the next president. I don't know. Think about it. Or the president after. What I'm saying is that the Aquarius has just an incredible ability to make change and to reorganize things in a way that will create a beautiful tapestry of life that we can all enjoy and celebrate. Okay, Aquarius, so thank you for being you. I love you. You're profoundly loved. If you'd like to work with me, contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com. And, we'll go from there. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's pep talk. And now, we'll say goodbye for now. Okay, Pisces, welcome. Today's June 25th, and we're going to do an angel reading for you. We're asking your angels and guides and my angels and guides to come forward and to help illuminate and give inspiration for you in order to examine those things in your life that need to be healed, those traumas and wounds and the buttons that are preventing you from being and living on earth as it is in heaven. So what can you do today, dear Pisces, to be and live on earth as it is in heaven? Okay. Okay. This is great because, not so long ago, you were really feeling like there was no hope. You were feeling like things are getting worse and it was hard to handle. And, it was difficult. But today you are feeling strong. You're feeling like you're on a firm foundation. You feel like you have your feet on the ground. And you're what do you say, connected to the earth, and that you've got this, and that the former insanity back there that you were denying and ignoring and hoping would go away, but it wasn't, that's back there, and you're leaving the insanity behind. This mess, that was so difficult. And the hope that was not there, you're now building hope. You're building the strength to examine those things, because you do need to heal them. It's one thing to have them back there and not live in that tragedy, but if you don't heal them, you're not going to progress, and it's going to be very difficult to really experience and to be on earth as it is in heaven. Okay, so this is the foundation, is that stuff is in the past, the tears from the past. You might have times that you're still going to cry, okay, but as you illumine the past, the truth is coming out. What really happened back then? Were you an innocent lamb? What was your role in this stuff? And then for the other people involved, what, like, try to walk on their shoes for a little bit. What was going through their mind? What's their personal history? Did they have all the skills that they needed in order to deal with you in this situation? And I think if you discover and, let that light shine on the past and help teach you what was going on, then you can be gentle with that past, and you can love that past and love those people who were involved. And by loving, what I really mean is forgiving, because love and forgiveness are not two separate things. Forgiveness is a dimension of love. All right. So you are working on illuminating the past hurts and wounds. Yeah. And so that hope that you didn't have, it was hard to see, the hope is turned into, or the lack of hope is now hopeful. You have hope, and you're feeling better about it, and you're having strength. But it's a process. You're building it. It's not like right now for you, because you have so much you need to learn. Because it's if you don't learn it, while you're wonderful at times and charming and entertaining, and people love you profoundly, but there are other times you are absolutely not good. It's like very difficult to be with those Pisces that are unhealthy, because we don't understand where you. To us, we think everything is going great, because that's what you show us. But you do have some very profound depth to you that is wounded, and that's the part that really makes it sometimes very difficult to be around the Pisces. All right, so you're working on illuminating the past, and you are hopefully using tools. You probably don't even know what tools they are. I've talked about them, but Pisces, I really think it'd be good for us to work together on doing some coaching so we can look at the life balance wheel. You can go to Google and do your own life balance wheel. That's a start. That can help pinpoint what area of your life that you need to really start working towards improving and healing. Journaling. You should be journaling and doing what they call the fourth step of the 12-step program. But that fourth step is not really, I don't really like the way they do it. I do it much more thoroughly. There's dimensions to that step that I think are being left out. And so I can help you with that and explain it to you. But anyway, if you'd like to work with me, contact me at paul@meetyourangels.com. And we're illuminating the past right now, and we're building hope. You feel stronger, which is great, okay? But it's going to be a journey. And each day we're going to have to keep working towards this and not giving up, okay? Because it's worth it. You are absolutely worth taking care of yourself so that you can be on earth as it is in heaven. Okay, Pisces? So we'll see you tomorrow. Keep coming back. And as I told the other signs, it's wonderful that you're watching this little segment for Pisces. But in your free time, if you can go back and watch the entire episode and all of the episodes, I tell stories that are what I call universal truths. It's not anything that I invented. These are things that we all know to be true within our soul. And I'm just echoing out those things that we need to hear. They're reminders for us. And so in your free time, go and try to spend more time watching the entire episodes. So that way it'll help strengthen you and remind you of who you are and where we want to be. And that is on earth as it is in heaven. Okay, Pisces, I love you. You're profoundly loved. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Here's some information for everyone.
If you enjoyed today's video and would like to help support my work, please send your donation via PayPal or Venmo to paul@meetyourangels.com. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and click the notification bell. If you'd like to keep in touch, go ahead and check out the description below. All of my social media contact information is there. Thanks. If you have any special prayer requests that you'd like me and the rest of our MeetYourAngels.com community to pray for, please visit http://prayerrequest.meetyourangels.com, and that will forward you to our perpetual prayer list video on YouTube. In the comments of that video, leave your prayer intentions so that the rest of the community can join you in those intentions that you hold deep in your heart. If you would like to try hypnosis for free at home, please go to subscribe.hypnomark.com and get over 15 free hypnosis recordings and a free video course, How to Learn Hypnosis in 5 Days. Again, go to subscribe.hypnomark.com. Join our growth zone and save up to 40% off all downloads and scripts. Visit 40%.hypnomark.com for more information and to subscribe. If you are interested in promoting our hypnosis products, you can earn up to 70% commission. Visit affiliates.hypnomark.com for more information. So that'll do it for today. I wanted to thank you for being part of my angel family. I look forward to being with you again sometime soon. Please visit meetyourangels.com or send me an email at paul@meetyourangels.com if you're interested in a private angel reading, Reiki healing session, or spiritual direction and angel coaching. Until then, peace and love always.